Hi, I'm Lynne with Soft Squares. Today is Saturday, September 2nd, which means it's time for the Saturday Stitch-uation, where we talk about all things quilting in my world. This is a weekly recap of projects I'm in the middle of, things I have going on, things that are coming up. If there's a contest that's addressed in here, and I just touch base on what the things that are going on. I am in the middle of working on Reb's Fab Stash. I just put out blocks 5 and 6, which are all together in one video. And that is doing the center flower that has 4 flowers in it, and then the cornerstones are block 6, and it's just a simple dime patch, so I included that in there with that. So that's been published. This is for the Wildflower Seeds quilt by Kelly Fannin. Now this quilt, I'm getting pieces out of Reb's Fab Stash's monthly stash box subscription for quilters. However, this is not an exclusive pattern for Reb's Fab Stash. You get the pattern from them as well as the pieces each month to build it for a smaller quilt, but you can also buy the pattern for this individually. And I stumbled across, I believe it's Riley Blake, that's doing a block of the month quilt along using the same pattern. So it's kind of late to get in on the Reb's Fab Stash because all that's left is the sashing, which should be coming out any day now, and then you'll see another video. But anyway, the pattern is something you can still get and even participate with a quilt along. Go to Riley Blake Designs and see if what shows up on their website. I believe that's where I saw it. So it's this. And through Reb's Fab Stash, we're making one a little bit smaller. This one. So it uses half the blocks. But the pieces are coming out of this, the instructions. Okay, so the other day I made a video showing how to make these cute little wallets. It's Maker's Monday for earlier this week. I will attach it to the end of this video. I'm commenting on this now because I have modified it and have a couple extra things to share with you about that. It's super simple. So there's a template that I was using that I got off of Temu. And you can get them anywhere. They have different types. I'm just telling you where I got it from, so it doesn't really matter. But the point is it has side pockets and the body. Okay, so I've put some credit cards in there so you can see how they fit. Okay, now I made 2. One was 2-tone and one was solid. This happened to be softer leather. This one wasn't staying shut the other day, but now it is because I have folded it and creased it, and it does just fine. I did, however, since that video, embellish it. I put a little grommet thingy on it, and I was struggling with it, and I ended up making an impression on the top that kind of looks funny, but we'll call it decorative. But that's all that is. So you can do before or after with that, depending on how you install it. So anyway, there's that, and that's what the difference is with that one, is I just added that. And I want to show you, look, I've got money inside, I've got another credit card, so this is something really small that I think will be cute. Same thing with this. This is just very, very plain, all one color, but it holds my cards just fine. Now, I went ahead and played with another one, and this one I embellished. So I made the middle piece about a ½ an inch, maybe an inch longer than the center template said to, and put my sides on. I first sewed a label on. This one says "You're a Pearl," and look how cute it's got the iridescence on it, kind of like this. So I sewed my label on before I put my pocket on. Now I played with the inside, and I did a different opening. I did a V instead of the swoop like the pattern, because I was just playing with this one, right? Now I put a snap-on inside, and I messed with it. It took me 3 times to get this side on, so it doesn't look pretty. It's a practice one, but you'll notice there's also something extra in here. Now I made one more pocket, one of these, using the cutout that they said, and I placed it inside. Now because I made the outer piece bigger, it fits, and it even will snap shut, because it's way above the line where the card will go. So it's only part way done because I want to show you how I did this. It's super easy. I just cut another piece, opened it up, found the center of both pieces, went up and down, reinforced it really good, and then I folded it in half like this, put my needle down right here and went up and back, and I just make sure it was reinforced real good. So I still have to do this side, and I haven't done it yet because I wanted to show you what this looked like. However, I also am going to play with a D-ring. Now I tried to do this the other day, but I didn't have enough fabric with my sample that I was playing with, which was this one. So this D-ring is 3/4 of an inch wide on the outside, and the inside is about 1/2 inch. So I've cut this 1/2 inch wide by 1 inch, and this will fit perfectly down in here. And what I'm gonna do is take that, and I have a couple places I can put it, especially because I have all this extra room up here. I thought about putting it up here, which could be done very easily, but I think I'm going to enclose it in my seam right here. And really doesn't matter if they're even, just as long as there's enough of it to go inside, right? And I don't want it in for too far, which is why I don't mind that it's so short, because cards have to fit and stuff. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just placing it in there, and I'm gonna come down just a tiny bit because I know my machine can't get all the way up there, and I want to make sure I catch both sides. And clipping this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, challenge fixed. All right, I'm going to my machine. I am going to start down here, go up, back, just make sure it's reinforced really good. The nice thing about this funny little sparkly fabric, you really don't see it. And I tried to change my thread on the outside. I don't have anything that's this color of pink. It's a really weird shape. Most pinks are like this, more on the purple side than the orangey side. So I left it tan, and I always sewed with the outside up because my inside stitches weren't always as pretty, and I figured if they're on the inside you don't notice them as much. So that's my little trick, and I trimmed it up, and I struggled with that because my snap made it so it didn't lay flat. So things you learn as you're doing it. But let me finish this side, and let's see what it looks like done, at least as done as I'm going to do this one. All right, I'm done. It did move a tiny bit. So learning lessons. That's why I'm sharing with you what's going on, because anyway, so now when I open it up like this, I have a snap. Let's see. I have a snap, I have a label, I actually have my little D-ring here, I have an extra thing here. Now if I put one of my credit cards in here, I'll show you how it will still close. And I'll put one over here too, so you see how where that is. So one thing you do want to be careful with is make sure you snap it shut if you put one of these on here, because it's facing where stuff will fly out. But there. And there's my little wallet. Now, the reason for the D-ring is if you have a keychain, or there's all kinds of other things, but this way you can put it on a keychain and carry it on your keys. Wouldn't that be awesome? We're just going to pretend this is a keychain. I mean, it is, but you know that there's keys on there. You can hook it on a carabiner, all kinds of things. So that is my embellishment of the basic little wallet that started out like this, turned into this with the grommet, and then turned into this. So I'm just pretty proud of myself. That was fun. Fun little arts and crafts. I'm having to be really careful when I open this because this is really weakened right through here. It might not have been a bad idea to put an extra piece of leather on the inside just to reinforce and make this stronger, but I've also weakened it by having to take off 3 or 2 snaps. They're not meant to be taken on and off, so I kind of did that. But anyway, just note to yourself, don't do it that way again. But you do have to, or you might want to, you don't have to, install the snap before you put your pocket on. Although if you have one of those handheld things, you might be fine. I chose to put my snap a little farther down because of this little pocket here. And that might be a little difficult with the pocket already attached. So just do your little embellishments ahead of time. Unless you're like me, don't think about it. And this one was put on later and it was just fine. I was going to put some more on there, but I struggled with that, so that's all the embellishment that one's going to get. These are my templates. Really hard to see them. So this is the body one. And when I made this one, I just extended it about 1 inch. I did not even bother with rounding the corners because it does have rounded corners. It also has a little indentation right here. I didn't worry about that either. Now on the very first one I did, which is this one, I did. So you can see there's little rounded corners here, but then after that I didn't. So all of these are just straight. You have more options. So this is my phone. I have the built-in pocket back here for credit cards. Not everyone has that, and sometimes I get it pretty full. But mine has a strap, and any phone or anything that has a strap, this should be able to work with. Oh, I lied, because this part is on this side. That's okay. I can still, with my keychain ring, I don't have the lobster claw, but I can still use it this way. My poor nails are really beat up. Nails are jewels, not tools. Ha ha ha. All right. There, so now I've got my extra wallet hanging on my phone. Now, I honestly have more than enough space right here, but that shows you how you can attach it to your phone if you don't have a carrier. And then you can also take it off if you want to separate them. I don't know, things to think about. I now have this book for sale. It's the newest 3-yard quilt, 1 block. These are really cute, and I'm going to be making one of these quilts soon. I have something in mind. If you watched last week's video, you'll know what's going on with that. But anyway, this is really cool. So you can get this at softsquares.com. I also have it on my Etsy shop, which is also named Soft Squares. So there's that. And then I'm in the middle of adding these 2 books. They're older books. They're still newer, but the other one just barely came out. These have been out for a little bit. And so we have the Make It Modern and the Quick and Easy. So I have these that are available in both places. If you don't see them right now, it's because I'm in the middle of uploading them. This one is there, but you should see all 3 of them by the end of the day. I also have these. I talked about these last week. These have numbers 1 through 20, where they have their own compartment, 10 on each side, and the back sides are blank, so you can actually expand your pack and write on the back of the pins if you need more numbers or letters. And these are amazing. They're amazing. I had to track this down, which is why I am adding this to my inventory, because they're hard to find, and I'm really happy to have these. I love these. So these are also on softsquares.com. I only have a couple of these, but these will also be on softsquares.com. These are also marking their stickers. They're from Lori Holt Be in My Bonnet. And there'll be more things coming up. So main thing is look at softsquares.com. Some things will end up on my Etsy shop. It works to go there, but it costs me more money in fees if you purchase it there. So first look at Soft Squares to see if it's there, and if it's not, then go over to Etsy. My goal is to get everything on Soft Squares though. So don't forget, I have these new things. Don't forget about the holiday boxes. There's a few of those still left. Then I also have the mystery box and the birthday box. So the birthday box is for non-quilters. There is 1 holiday box that's also non-quilters, and there's 2 holiday boxes for quilters that will have completely different things in them. So you can get both boxes and get everything, or whichever one of the 2 you want. It's still a surprise as to what you're gonna get, but I can guarantee the value that's going into the box is way exceeding what you are paying. In fact, I think I'm taking a loss on it because I'm having so much fun. I'm still actually trying to figure out what I'm spending on them because I keep adding to them. So anyway, there's that going on. And then there's also the mystery box, which is just like the birthday box. I'll send those out right away unless you give me a date to hold on to those. But that one is geared for quilters. It's full of fabric and patterns and some notions. It's kind of a mini version of what you'll get in the holiday box, and so that's also on there. But the holiday boxes are going to ship in about 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks, so that's coming up really soon. My goal is to start shipping mid-October. The latest will be the 1st of November at the absolute latest. I'm trying to get my Facebook page a little more active, so if you haven't joined already, please go over there and follow me on Facebook at softsquares.com. Sorry, just softsquares. There's also a page attached to our group for swapping and donating fabric. There have been some swaps going on lately. I'd like to get that a little more active. So if there's something you're looking for or that you need, please go check that out and just join it anyway. But I personally am on the hunt for some fabric. I made 2 quilts last year for sisters. Well, guess what? Now there's sister number 3. So the 2 quilts that I made are mirror image and they're identical. And now I've got a 3rd one that I want to make, and I don't want it to be different. I want it to have the same fabric, and I have all the background and the backing and the border fabric that I need, but I can't find, because I can't remember what it's called, the fabric that I used for the center blocks. So I'm going to include in this video some footage, so maybe you can tell me what it is, and if you have it or know where I can get it, please tell me. I only need 1 charm pack for this little quilt, but I really need it to be this specific one. I mean, I don't know what it's called, so I'm going to put this plea for help on my donation and swap page, but I'm also putting it out there to you guys. Help me find this fabric. I have no idea how old it is or the manufacturer, anything. I just have no recollection of what it was. This, I'm going to do a drawing for one of these. These are not cheap, I'm not gonna lie, but it is $25, but it is amazing. Let's see what it looks like on the backside. So I'm getting my inventory. It should come towards the end of next month, or sorry, next week. So if you place an order, you might have to wait a few days before I can fulfill it, but I am going to do a giveaway for one of these. So you just have to put Marilee, M-A-R-I-L-E-E, that's the name of the pin. Marilee's numbered pins, just Marilee somewhere. And even if you spell it wrong, that's okay, but please put it in a sentence in the comments below. I will pick a winner next Saturday. To enter, you do need to be over 18, have a US mailing address, be a visible subscriber, and enter before 6 p.m. on Friday of this coming week. And then on Saturday, I will draw the winner for this, and you just have to reply with your address. If I don't hear from the winner, I'll pick another one. So just the way it has been going with everything else. So these are awesome. They're about a 2-inch pin, and there's 130 pins in here. So anyway, we're doing a drawing for this. Remember, you have to use it in a sentence, Marilee's. Thanks for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a great day.